Truth be told, Pod.com. We are in pod number 32, and we've been a little bit away from Truth Be Told. We haven't been able to do it as much as we like, so it's kind of like seeing your girlfriend after a few weeks, you know. She done been out of town on business. You know.
She looks a little better.
She looks way better. When you get to be away from him,
yeah,
you don't have to do no complaining. I mean, you don't get to see him, you know, stuff like that. Man, please.
You look come better, home. They come back and then, you know, it's like, I don't know, you missed him so much. Mm-hmm. That little bit extra.
You get a little bit of added motivation.
Truth.
So the boys are here, baby. The gang is here. We in it. We ready to go. My man Lou over here stuffing his pocket with something. I don't know what he got in there.
Yeah, man. I got Visine.
Oh, okay. He got Visine. What you need Visine for, Lou?
Man, I got allergies, man.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Well, since we're already there, let me introduce the man himself, the best and the deepest and thought-provoking historian that we have on this show, Luis Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. We're back. Truth be told, we're here. Shout out to our former colleague, Mr. Wolf Griffin.
WG.
Talking to you the other day.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll get to do that miniature golf real soon.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Yeah, I remember you said you didn't like my intro, so I tried to.
You try. You get in a little bit better.
A little better? Okay, I'm a work in progress.
Is that a challenge?
Next up, speaking of a challenge, from the short bus to the door.
Oh, that's tough. Georgia
Southern representative. He had all A's of Georgia Southern, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vinny Fernandez.
Let's not take it there, but it's Vinny out here, man. V-Kid that dude, you know, back in the building. We out here, Truth Be Told pod. Let's do it.
Hey, man, we getting real ignorant. First up, man, you know, right now we're in a big presidential election, man. We're about to elect the president. Y'all registered to vote?
Yes.
Man, it took me about 2 minutes. So.
I'll be at Sweetwater Middle School in about 2 weeks.
Man, we right next to our house, man. We got a little church.
Oh, that church right there?
Yeah,
oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we can walk there.
Yeah, I gotta go to Sweetwater. I'm right around the corner. I'm right close to y'all. Yeah, I'll be up in that thing. I'm gonna try to go early. I want to be like in that first little tier.
I mean, I did want to do the absentee voting, like, you know, the early voting or something, just to get it over with, because I already know who I'm gonna select. But you know, just go out there and vote, though. You know, get registered. I'm glad. I was on the MARTA bus a couple weeks back, and I saw people on the MARTA, you know, hand out papers. You know, are you registered?
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad the word's getting out. You know, everybody's trying to get in there for the vote.
I think people understand how serious of a deal it is now. Now, Lou, I know you've been following the election very well. Now, just speaking, you don't know who you're picking. You're not picking a side. From the positives and the negatives from each party, give us those first off. Right now, what are their platforms? What is each candidate talking about as far as making a change, even whether it be real or not? What have they? What have each candidates, both of them, the President-elect Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney?
Okay.
Give us both their platforms.
All right. Well, I mean, I think I know the Democrats better than I do the Republicans, but this is what I see from the Republican Party. The Republican Party basically is saying, well, it hasn't gotten any better. Everything is falling apart. Obama needs to go. And again, I see it as they're not trying to win. They're just trying to get him out.
Right.
And that doesn't sound like a recipe for winning for me.
Right.
Well, that doesn't sound like a recipe of effective change. I mean, when people vote for their president, they're looking for a person who's better. They're not just looking to get rid of the person they have now.
The person that's
they're trying to get better. You know?
Right.
Exactly. And that's the vibe I'm getting from the Republicans. Mm-hmm. Right now, the funny thing is that it's like a dead heat. According to the polls.
According to the polls.
Man,
now,
how much
polls? I love these polls because I've yet to ever been asked to be on a poll.
You've never been polled?
I've never been polled.
I've known someone who said they've been polled once in their entire life.
Wow.
I've never been polled.
They're in their early 30s.
I don't think anyone. I don't think I've ever met anyone that has been polled. Perhaps I have.
Well, they don't come that far back in the neighborhood to poll us.
So I mean, I love it because if it's a dead heat, nobody has a reason to stay home. Everybody has a reason to come out and vote because every vote is going to count. It's a dead heat. You know what I'm saying? So as far as getting out the vote, that's easy. You need to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Because every freaking vote is going to count.
Well, since we've been talking about the platforms of the two parties, like
Now the Democrats, right?
The Democrats have been, in my opinion, conservative, really conservative. And
Absolutely.
It's funny because Democrats, they've been conservative with their approach. I mean, they've been hyping up their wins. They try to things I've noticed they try to hype up is national security. Obama's a real, he's shown that he's a real hard body, hard nose.
He found Bin Laden.
Found Bin Laden. The Republicans are coming at him for the Benghazi attacks. Recently.
Yeah.
Romney's coming from a business standpoint.
Right.
Business. I have experience. I've dealt with the economy. I can get the economy back moving. And that's what it seems. It seems like Obama's more towards Obamacare, healthcare reform, education reform, and national security. Energy is the one platform where both of the parties are. It's real. Like I don't really see much of a difference because they're both asking for drill. Drill for more oil. Use natural gas.
But what else is there to ask for?
Well, I mean, but it all comes to the part where's the next step for energy is.
Absolutely.
When you're talking about renewable energy, you're talking about solar, wind, stuff like that. Romney doesn't think that we need as much money to fund these organizations than Barack Obama does. That's a clear difference.
He said he wanted to shut down PBS.
Yeah. People need to relax with the whole PBS thing. I mean, it's hilarious, I know, but it's one of the public spendings that the government.
I mean, I understand it from a business standpoint.
A business standpoint,
absolutely.
Sometimes you gotta take losses, but I don't think that would.
Come on, man.
I don't see what the premise, how much good it would do getting rid of PBS.
Exactly. And
how much would it save?
And they need more help from viewers like you.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't give them money, okay?
No, but seriously, seriously.
It's not like PBS, we don't give PBS money, donations and whatnot. I'm really interested to see where Mitt Romney is trying to, his details of his plan. He hasn't come out with a 5-point plan, but his 5-point plan isn't detailed, not to the extent that, or at least not to the extent that Barack Obama's economic plan is detailed.
And see, that's the problem right there.
Yeah, and there are phantom numbers in it. It's like
the numbers have been iffy.
It looks like the accountant for one of these like brokerage firms. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, man, where is this money coming from? Where's that?
Well, one of the major problems with Romney's 5-point plan is that he's expecting these immense numbers from certain cuts and certain deductions and certain loopholes that he's coming through.
Realistically, it's not going to be that.
Yeah, realistically, I don't know the math, but from what I'm getting from certain studies, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's not going to work.
Well, what he should do is go get those binders that he was talking about with those women. And I'm sure
I don't want this to be a bash Romney show. I want this to be a praise Obama because I think Obama.
I'm not bashing anybody. These are things that he said.
He said that.
I didn't create that statement.
Well, I mean, in every debate, you're looking for those zingers, the things that you're gonna catch him by. And Twitter was running amok.
I wasn't even on Twitter. I just watched.
I mean, I know because early in the week you had the Obama comment, "Oh, Romney has Romnesia."
That was kind of funny.
That was pretty good.
But you have the Romney people supporters coming out with Obamnesia.
That was funny too.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not biased. I enjoy the politics.
It seems like these zingers are what's really running the whole campaign.
Yeah, it is.
It's sound bites. It's
the politics side of it is gone. It's just like who can say the most clever line.
Yes. Yeah.
Who can outdo him?
It's like Saturday Night Live.
Absolutely. I mean, even look at we just had our first and second debate between those two, and the third debate we happening tonight. The first debate, Obama really took it kind of light. He was very, very just judicious and very, very safe with his words.
One thing that Romney did do in that first debate was that he brought a lot of pup from his party. He brought a lot to the table. But the only bad thing about that was these things came out of nowhere. They came out of left field. Like he's bringing up these plans that, a debate earlier with the Republican primaries last year, he had a totally different stance. Like, how much are you going to change your position on a year that's iffy?
And that's been an issue with Mitt Romney. On a serious note, every time he takes a position on something at one event, the next event is not guaranteed to be the same position.
He's a closer. He's a closer.
And see, my thing
what
is...
What does a closer do?
A closer tries to get it done at the end.
He does whatever he has to do to close the deal.
And that can be good and bad. But
I mean, that's bad in the sense that you're not giving the American people
you're not being truthful.
We won't be able to... I mean,
a dependable
come on, but he doesn't even fake it. At least some of the old ones try to fake
that's
it.
That's what he is. Yeah.
Well, I noticed. I saw the vice presidential debate. I saw Paul Ryan, and I think Paul Ryan was really... He was stuck because Paul Ryan has his own certain views. I mean, I think Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney are two totally different.
Absolutely. If you switch the bill, it'd probably be more successful.
I don't think so. I think if you have Paul Ryan in the front, he'd get beaten bad worse than Mitt Romney. I think
he'd get beaten worse than Romney?
I think what Mitt Romney's doing right now is, like you said, he's being a closer. He's trying to get people on his side. And how to get people on his side? You go after the middle class. That 47% little soundbite, that hurt him tremendously.
Absolutely.
But he bounced back from it beautifully with that first debate.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people took it to heart and said, oh, okay. And even though it seems like the whole furor about that has died down, I think people took that to heart and said, oh, okay, I'll see you on election day. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm going to do something about it. Yeah. And I think people are going to come out in droves on election day. And if you're Republican, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see black people come out. Black people come out. Right now, I think it's over 70%.
Yeah.
Okay, for blacks. Blacks come out to vote in droves. Romney's in trouble. Man. Women go out. Women.
Yeah.
He's losing with women. Big time. Women come out to vote, especially young women. How do you think young women feel about how the Republicans think of abortion and taking away their rights and not equal pay?
My whole thing is, if you come as a president, you have to work demographics. Demographics of you want to do women, you want to do young people, old people, women, like I said, women, minorities, blacks, and of course the middle class. Mm-hmm. I put the middle class in its own category too.
Absolutely.
Those are the people who you're trying to come out to vote because these are the largest demographics we have in our country. But what I think Romney's doing is he isolating some of those, like the Latino vote. Romney's most likely not going to get it. The black vote, realistically, Romney's not going to get it. The middle class vote, that's where it's half and half. That's where it's a dead heat. The women vote, Romney's losing tremendously.
Absolutely.
Mainly because of those comments he made in the debate and because of the policies. Like, let's not be foolish here. Democrats have always pushed for affirmative action. I mean, when I was listening to the debate, it sounded like Mitt Romney was supporting affirmative action.
Yeah.
In the statements he was saying about how he went and dealt with trying to get women workers.
Mm-hmm.
Does he accept affirmative action? That's what I got from the debate. But the platform before was we don't accept affirmative action. I'm confused.
Right.
See, that's the hugest problem to me with the Republican Party. They don't have a direction.
Mm-hmm. Well, not right now. They have no pure leaders. George Bush was the leader, and he wasn't a leader. They don't have a leader. He destroyed everything.
He's supposed to be the leader, but
his dad was the leader.
He can't be.
No, Cheney was the leader.
Yeah, Cheney ran it.
But it's like right now there's so much division in their party. Just from my standpoint, why would I want y'all running the country? Y'all can't even get it together in-house.
Well, I've been looking up another guy. I want to shout him out, Governor Gary Johnson.
Gary Johnson?
Gary Johnson.
I've heard that name.
Yes, he's a Libertarian Party, independent party. I was looking at some of the things that he's proposing, and I want people to go out there and there's other choices. That these two guys are not your only choice.
Right.
Just because they're hyped up on the TV shows, they're not your only choice. You can go in and vote for somebody else. Mm-hmm. Governor Gary Johnson is a guy out there. I like some of his reforms. He talks about marijuana legalization. He's talking about college reform. He's looking for the young vote. I like some of the things he's proposing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give him a look. Definitely though, do your research about everybody. Make sure because I was really noticing. In the past we've had debates where you've had three guys sitting there. You usually had that one guy. He's not the big time voter, but he has his little party. He's not there anymore.
Mm. Right. They've taken away that guy.
And it's really, I don't know.
He's on the back page.
I don't like it because I like, if you're a presidential candidate.
Be a presidential candidate.
It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if you have money or not.
Yeah.
If you're a presidential candidate, that means you've been.
But that reflects the fact that there's no cap on what they can spend.
Yeah.
What people can You know.
Yeah, because to the ignorant person, it's just Obama and Romney.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a lot of people that I'm sure if you told them, hey man, you know, it's a couple more candidates, they're like, what?
What? Exactly.
Right, they wouldn't. Yeah, because they just go by what's on television.
And see, back in the day, they used to they put up the entire candidate list and they be dropping out.
Right.
You know, and every so often, every few days, you'd be like, okay, such and such dropped out. But now, they're invisible, man.
Yeah.
Outside of like you said, you have to search for them.
I mean, luckily I'm on Twitter, and you know I got information. You know I put something down, and I had a friend, you know, introduce me to Governor Gary Johnson, and I looked at his Twitter. I looked at some of the stuff he's talking about. You know, it's just another option.
Another option.
You know, I see that a lot of people nowadays, they feel like you have the two evils, and you got to pick the lesser of two evils. You know, there's another decision. You know, you can take the middle road. You don't have to take the far left or the far right.
It might only be 20 y'all that vote for him, but it's still your choice.
You're showing that you have a different view. Okay?
Absolutely.
And that's what I think voting is all about.
Well, I was thinking about running for president, but I don't want to pull up my background.
I know Stephen Colbert on the Colbert Report. He did his little stint. I call it a stint loosely. Yeah.
It's like Donald Trump's stint, right?
Yeah, Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump. Really?
I can't have a president with that hair.
I can't have a president with that face. You represent America. You look like a duck all the time.
He look like a duck.
All the time.
Yeah, it look like he doesn't know what emotion to have. His face is like. It's like, am I mad? Am I sad? Does something stink?
Sad, something stinks.
Yeah. But no, definitely, the point is, people, get out and vote.
Oh, yeah.
And check out the debate tonight.
Check out the debate tonight at 8:30, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Monday, October 21st.
This is going to be the third debate. You got to pull out all the guns.
Oh, yeah.
You got to pull it all out.
This is Obama's last one.
Now, are we going to...
You got to make it count.
Are we there going to do a pre-game analysis?
Right.
I know, right? Who's going to win?
I mean, I feel like whenever...
Third quarter.
I feel like I'm watching these debates, and after the debate, I'm waiting for the fact-checker post-game
Oh, yeah,
analysis.
I'm going to CNN
You
and
know,
MSNBC.
who is lying? Give me the facts, you know?
And all these networks that you're switching to all have agendas themselves. So you turn pretty much one is the Democratic network,
and the other
Republican. Fox is the Republican network.
What I advise people to do, unlike Governor Romney, to ask them, but PBS is a great.
It's very
good. It's very centered. It's very, you know, it's not pro-Republican. It's not pro-Democrat. It speaks so much.
Their future on the line. Might as well.
They let it speak for them. They let the parties speak for themselves and let you make the decision.
As they should. Yeah. Do your homework though, man.
Please, man. I mean, stop watching Fox News and MSNBC and these things and thinking that these people are going to influence your vote. Make your own decision.
Every channel you turn to,
you're not sheep.
Every turn you turn to is going to be a different opinion, a very strong opinion. I was watching a great show. Shout out to Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO.
Hey, you can't even say Bill Maher around a lot of people, man.
Hey, man, that show, I didn't realize it was that good.
It's a very good show. It's a very good show.
He had two Republican Party members who were very prominent in the party, and he had one middle-class black lady worker, single mom, and him. Oh, you're talking about a debate. It was great. They're talking about Bain Capital, and they were talking about Papa John's Pizza and Godfather Pizza and Domino's Pizza ran by these gajillionaires and their different agendas, and how like Papa John's didn't want Obama to get reelected because Obama was going to charge him a 15-cent tax more on his pizzas to help pay his employees health benefits.
Yeah, 15 cents per pizza.
15 cents per pizza.
I mean, you can fucking put another $1.50 on a pizza.
And mind you, Papa John has his private beach and a private tennis court. He has a lot of money. I didn't realize Papa John had so much money.
Papa John?
Papa John?
Papa John Schneider?
You know me? That boy is...
He's loaded.
Yes.
They were saying he threw a private event the other day for Mitt Romney. And to raise funds.
Yes.
And it's just amazing the things that sway people.
Right.
Like, yeah, we're gonna make you pay extra 15 cents so you can have a budget to pay your employees the health benefits. And you're like, man, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
And these guys are making like what, $6 an hour?
Right.
$7 an hour?
Yeah.
Plus tips in this economy?
Maybe tips.
Good time.
And they gotta get the pizza there on time.
Oh yeah. So, do your homework. Again, I say, Republican, Democrat, they both have goods and bads. No, neither party is perfect, but find the things that you enjoy, find the things you like. And like Vinny said, there are other candidates.
I mean,
if you just discussed it with Obama and Romney, then go ahead and research Mr. Johnson.
look up Governor Gary Johnson. I mean, even if you don't want to vote for him, at least
Look him up.
look him up. Be informed. All right, I advise everyone to be informed. Man.
And there's a website that you can go to and look up all of the candidates and everybody running, and just do your research. It's internet age, man. You can look up anything.
Anything.
Google it, Bing it,
Anything.
ask it,
Yahoo search it. If you feel good about
Facebook
it.
search it.
Well, yeah, that's what's up. You know, we had to get into politics because that's huge. We're about to have a new president. And these next 4 years are pivotal in our economy right now because we have some growth, but what happens from here is going to determine our futures.
Hey, I have a quick question, man. Before we get off, I know we're about to get off the election, but after this election, you know, I found it really interesting. I was thinking about it. You know, 2016, who's going to be our nominees? Right now, at this point in 2012, I don't see anybody except at the least maybe Hillary Clinton who could run for president and have a standing platform and that people will actually vote for them.
Hillary? It probably would be the best time for her to run.
Well, I'm saying there's nobody else who I see.
I
Unless
think-
Hillary Clinton does terrible as her
Yeah.
Secretary of State.
Yeah,
duties.
but I think it's going to be somebody that's going to emerge that we might not know a lot about.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, it's
Because just
somebody
like
that's-
Barack came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I mean, he came out in 08. I
Yeah.
mean, not 08, but the 04
Right.
Democratic Convention. Like a year.
But that's what I'm
before
saying. He
before.
kind of quietly built up though. And
So I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like somebody's gonna emerge. I think a younger person is
Yeah.
gonna emerge, and you know, another question is what happens to the Republicans if they don't win? You know, who's gonna be the next Republican?
Sarah Palin.
Paul
You know?
Ryan.
Paul Ryan.
Okay, I mean, so that's
What happened to the little
Is John McCain still alive?
I don't want to call him an Arab. The governor of New Orleans. I mean Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
Jindal, Bobby Jindal, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Bobby
he's a
Jindal.
Nazi.
Oh, I mean, that's who people were saying, you know, could be one of the Republican
Oof.
nominees.
It'll be interesting because that
Newt
party.
Gingrich ain't gonna give up, and those other guys, Herman
Another-
Cain.
another guy
I
who-
want Herman Cain.
Another guy that's on life support. Herman Cain's never getting it. Herman Cain has already ruined himself.
Herman Cain is a cool guy.
Mr. Godfather Pizza. Yeah. Another pizza cajillionaire.
I used to eat Godfather.
You
They
see,
weren't bad.
I've never had it.
You never had it?
No, we didn't.
I actually
used to eat
I
Godfather's
like
pizza.
You do, yeah. I like Papa John's, Domino's.
You know what? I like Papa John's. My girl's like, we're not buying Papa John's anymore. Like,
So you don't go to Pizza Hut? You're gonna go to the other cajillionaire?
yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. The gajillionaire that agrees with her.
Right.
Hey, like he said on the show, like Bill Maher said on the show, support your local pizza
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Support
absolutely.
the local pizza
And
guy.
I do, but unfortunately, the local pizza is more expensive.
It is.
They don't give no specials. Papa John's, I can get a large with
But they-
unlimited toppings
They can
for
afford to do it.
$10.99.
$10.99.
They can afford to do it.
My local spot, $16.99 and up.
Oh no, I think there's a place in Norcross though that got like I think it has a record for like the biggest pizza, the biggest pie.
Really?
Oh yeah. Hey man, do your research, man, in the Atlanta area, man. You got some of these great.
No, I've been to a lot of. I've been to Johnny's Pizza. I've been to Ray's Pizza.
Well, I mean,
I've
this
been-
one was on. I watched a show called Drive-Ins, Diners, and Diners.
Yep,
Sorry.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Triple D.
I love.
Can
I'm a
show-
foodie.
Yeah, I'm a foodie too, man. I be watching it all the time.
Can you cook?
Yeah, and he showed this place in Norcross.
Can he cook?
Oh yeah, you can go.
He can cook. He can cook. He does. He has his own little cooking thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, not to get off topic. Though.
No. We're on topic. This is truth be told.
Oh baby.
People eat shit. I throw down, but I'm always liking to learn. My thing is I wanna learn like a new cuisine every couple of years. I wanna learn like my thing right now has been like seafood and Italian,
Right.
and I've been getting into Greek food a little bit.
Oh, maybe one time my wife was making some Spanish food, man. I have you come over and just
Yeah,
Just watch
absolutely.
her.
That's all I
operate.
want. That's all I want to learn how to cook.
That's how you wanna learn how to cook?
Food. My mom's food.
Mhm.
I just want to learn how to cook that because I can eat that every day of my life.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's nothing like some good Spanish food. I'm definitely a fan.
I also like Chinese food.
Chinese food is good too.
I had
It has to be
Chinese
from the right people though,
Mhm.
because American Chinese is not the best. The only American Chinese I can eat is Panda. That's the
Yeah.
only American
And
Chinese.
trust, I have my Panda degree.
Everybody, right? Jenny is he's a wok master.
A wok
A wok
master. A wok.
I got a wok right there on top of the refrigerator.
No, Lord.
But you know, I got to be in the right mood for
Make
that.
it work.
You know, we gets into it, but yeah, definitely. support your local eateries. I guess there's only thing to say out of that. When you got that extra $25.
Hey, sometimes those places have better quality.
Oh, they do.
I know in Tucker there's a Matthews Cafeteria. We went there before. Excellent food.
I've heard about that. I've never been there.
Local joint. It's right by where I work. Local joint.
Yeah, it's right down the street from him.
It's great, man. There's a lot of places like that too, but people want to go to.
You just gotta have that extra money.
Papa John's, Applebee's.
I just don't be feeling like getting up and driving. That's my problem sometimes.
Sometimes they be right around the corner.
I just don't want to teleport.
Because they're too busy seeing that big old Waffle House sign. And they're like, ooh, Waffle House.
He didn't just go on Waffle House, did he? Waffle House be hitting after 4 a.m.
I got like 5 Waffle Houses by my house.
I had like 4 roaches in my biscuit.
Nah. Come on. Don't do people like that. Well,
it's protein though.
We in here, man. Truth be told, Pod32, we coming out of politics. I don't know how we got on food in Waffle House.
Because we hungry.
That's probably what it is. I could use a bite, but it's all good. We're going to keep it moving. One of our next...
Watch your fingers.
I keep my hand balled up. My fingers look like sausages. So. On our next big topic, we're going to discuss things that we'll do that our kids will never.
And things that my kids will never experience.
Oh, you toast. You're already... you like 14. Your kids going to be able to do everything you could do. You might be able to say you had the internet.
14? That's what I'm mad about.
Well, his list is going to be a lot shorter than mine. There's plenty of things. I got into it. I believe I heard it on a radio show, and people were talking about what we've experienced. Our kids did it, and I decided to do the list. And so I sat down and I said, I think I got two pages, but this is really off the cuff, right? I didn't spend a lot of time thinking. The first thing that jumped out of my head was 8-track cartridges, which
basically music stuff.
Yeah, a lot of music
music stuff.
8-track cartridges.
The technology's always going to grow.
Did anybody hear that statement?
Electronic stuff is first and foremost.
Basically, music stuff is coming from a guy who knows nothing about 8-tracks.
8-track cartridges, 45s. 45s were huge when I was a kid.
Yeah,
man.
I have no idea.
They were like 50, 75 cents, $1. And you always got the big hit, but the bonus was the B side. A lot of times the B sides would be better than the A sides. Just taking a bike ride to nowhere, just riding bikes.
Riding bikes around the neighborhood.
Just around the neighborhood, seeing who you see.
Bikes was like cars.
Right.
Hey, time out. I think y'all it's becoming more of a bike world now, but now everybody just gets their bike took because bike locks ain't. All right, I'm off the cuff.
You interrupted for that?
I don't know, man. I feel like bikes. I don't know. I don't think bikes is bad, but definitely back in the day.
Well, on the same time,
it was the more we did a lot more on bikes.
Right.
Kids now don't.
Right.
Well, we can't get anywhere with a bike. We're gonna get hit by a car by y'all crazy drivers out here in the Atlanta metro.
Well, there's more cars. And on that subject, driving to the country on the weekend. Just take a drive out to the country and drive around.
Man, I'm black. I can't do that, man.
Family vacations.
Right. Boarding planes from the tarmac. Okay, we used to get on the plane from the tarmac. We used to walk out and where the planes we used to be.
And they had a little stair that they roll up. And
Right. Yeah. We had the landline phone. Nobody's got landlines anymore. That's more recent.
Nobody has house phones anymore.
Nobody has house phones, exactly.
Well, I know Vonage has a nice little customer base. But
all right, one of my favorites is cereals with the word sugar in it. Cereals don't have the. You had sugar pops, sugar snacks. Now you have like honey snacks.
I mean, there's nothing.
Odeo,
corn pops.
If it has sugar on the name of the cereal, it's probably bought at your local convenience store, and it's a generic brand.
Yeah, everything is health. Everything is image.
Yes. Record stores. We had a lot of record stores back in the day. Every other block had record stores.
Physical blockbusters.
Well, you was in the city, man. It's different for us in the city.
Oh, definitely. I have to qualify. Being from the Bronx, I saw a lot of stuff. It's more city balanced. Waiting a day for the box scores from the West Coast to hit the newspaper.
Wow.
Like you didn't get the scores from the late game at Dodger Stadium. If the Dodger Stadium game that started at 8 o'clock over there and at 11 o'clock in New York, you weren't going to hear the score until tomorrow morning.
Well, I just got ESPN now.
Exactly.
Of course.
And you can actually watch it.
Just a click
anytime
away.
you want. Newspapers are going away.
Oh.
You realize and it's not a newspaper, I realize, but Newsweek is stopping its print.
Newsweek is stopping their print.
It's stopping print.
They're
There's
going
no more
online
print.
only.
It's all online.
Yeah, that's what I saw a little a news segment about that. How
Blockbuster.
all the newspapers.
Go find me a Blockbuster where you can physically go in and rent a movie.
Yeah,
You can't do that anymore. You got Redbox now.
Redbox.
that's gone.
That's
Okay.
crazy. I do remember being able to go to Blockbuster and rent out some
Right.
movies.
It used to be fun to go in there and pick through the.
And pick through, yeah.
You get to walk a little back to the porn section. You had to be 18
There was
and
a
up.
porn section in Blockbuster.
Oh, that wasn't a Blockbuster. That was in a different store.
Well, here's one that I think that is related to the debate now. And I've been saying this because I'm a bit of a presidential historian. Presidents with no hair. I don't think we'll ever have another president with no hair.
Really?
As long as once television became, notice the presidents ever since Kennedy,
I mean,
Nixon.
Eisenhower was bald.
Eisenhower was before Kennedy. Okay, I'm talking about from that first presidential debate in 1960, where all of a sudden the image popped out. You've had Kennedy, then you had Nixon. Okay, everybody had hair. Everybody had hair. I doubt that we're ever going to have a bald president.
That's interesting.
Okay, cursive writing. Nobody writes in cursive
I
anymore.
totally disagree with this one because I always write in cursive.
Nobody cares though. Nobody reads what you write.
Well,
Right, exactly.
no,
Nobody.
I'm just a contradiction to his.
Right, but it doesn't matter if nobody sees it.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of things you can do in the dark. Nobody cares.
Then what premise is
He's talking about cursive writing like used in a professional setting, or like used in a letter. Say you send a
Well,
letter.
I'm saying
to a girl.
everybody's going to have to know cursive writing because of their signatures.
That's all you need it for. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all they use it for.
Yeah, that's all they use it for. When's the last time you got a cursive letter from a girl?
I mean, we don't write letters. We
Exactly.
text each other.
There's
We
another
call
one.
each other.
You sexed.
Now this next one is something I doubt either one of you has done.
Okay.
Maybe Scott. Double headers, baseball double headers.
I mean, they have
Sunday
them.
afternoon all the way into Sunday night double headers.
They have them now, but it's only when there is a schedule conflict, as if there's a rain out.
No, and then they throw the people out, and then they make them pay to come back in.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that.
Okay, it was like it used to be double header. You spend the whole day in the stadium. You pay one time, you get 2 games.
Oh no.
All right.
That's like the drive-in. You go and watch like 9 movies. You go at like
Right.
in the open.
Not man, you have a better chance doing that at like a local park. You know what I'm saying? Catching a local team.
Well, this one is related to families, which is having dinner together. Families sitting
At the table.
At the table, 6 o'clock. Dad's home, mom's
Man,
home.
we can't do that though because that
Kids finish the homework.
That image of America is different now.
It's different.
Now it's not moms at home watching the kids
It's
and
hustle.
they're doing homework. It's everybody's out working. They come home.
Keep the lights on.
Right.
Turn
They
the
bring
heat
them
off.
back home Pizza Hut.
Right.
Yep.
Fuck Papa John.
Pizza Hut and dollar menu.
Precisely. Stereos. We don't have stereos anymore, of course.
iPods.
Kids not talking back. Okay, I think that's something
but
that's going away.
there's a reason for that because back then, it was cool for people just to slap you upside the head with like a brick or something.
I
And
still
kids
do
would
that
shut
shit.
up.
I don't know what you talk about. I don't let no little nigga talk crazy to me. I wish one of you teenage motherfuckers would. I'm gonna show you some shit. I don't play that.
Hey man,
I don't play that. Niggas know I got 7 god kids. Fuck that. All of them know when Uncle Scott come around.
How you doing?
I wish you would call the
You're not
cops.
advocating violence, folks.
That's not violence. That's called respect.
Well, this next one has a double reason. Christmas shows in general, but especially Andy Williams' Christmas shows. Andy Williams just passed away, I believe, last week. We're in the middle of October, I believe, early part of October, and it was a big tradition in my house to see Andy Williams, Bob Hope had a Christmas show, Perry Como.
Well, see, back in the day, every channel played Christmas movies during the month of December.
Yeah.
Like nobody played anything but Christmas movies.
Right.
You got so many options now with the 6,000 channels you can get.
Right.
Back in the day, I can remember having about 60 channels, and all 60 of them was Christmas stuff.
Christmas stuff.
All of them.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have a choice.
Right.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Can we not do it? It's not even Halloween yet.
Hey man, it's the holiday season. I got an argument with somebody about that again. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas go together. It's a season.
You see?
Well, I mean,
that's the Baker,
Well, like I said, let's wait for Halloween to get here. The season hasn't started yet. It starts with Halloween.
I can't anticipate Christmas.
I mean, after Halloween you can.
No, I can do
I
it
do
whenever
Christmas
I feel like
from the time I see Santa Claus at the Macy's Day Parade. Vinyl. In albums or in card tops?
I know guys used to take pride in them album collections. You fuck around and get too close to that crate if you want to. Hey man, what you doing, man?
Yeah.
Get off my crate.
Scratch up my fucking my album, man. Carburetors. Cars with carburetors, man. It's like now everything is computers, you gotta, you can't just like get under the hood and just do your thing,
Well, I mean, it's not as prevalent, it's not as easy now because of technology. That's because of technology.
Right. You just hook it up to something. Phone booths, that's one of my favorites. I remember actual phone booths in New York.
Payphones.
Payphones.
Yeah.
You walked in and you closed the door behind you.
Oh,
and,
no.
They
end up getting rid of the door. Nothing worse than walking up on a nasty payphone that look like somebody done pissed on it.
Oh yeah, you
got
get those
chew
really
marks on
pungent ones,
And after that movie, Phone Booth, I mean, niggas getting shot in phone booths.
Oh man, what was that, 2007?
2004.
We talking 90s over here, man. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Okay, old school. Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live.
I mean, if nobody has experienced
My name is Buckwheat. Remember me?
If nobody has experienced that, then they don't know comedy. They need to look up some comedy.
But just comedy shows in general, when you think about In Living Color and things of that nature.
Well, yeah, things that you looked forward to.
Even Mad
you couldn't
TV.
go to school the next day if you didn't watch it.
Now, I mean, Saturday Night Live's still around, but it's a former shell of itself. It's more,
I wouldn't even call it a former shell. I'd call it a shell of a shell.
I watched Saturday Night Live like randomly a few weeks ago, and I was extremely disappointed.
Non-digital clocks. Like clocks that you actually have to read, like when it's on 1, that's 5 after. 2, it's 10 after.
You had to know how to read time.
You have to learn how to read the clock.
None of that digital shit.
It tells you 5:10, 5:20.
Man, y'all just want this old stuff to feel relevant. Y'all don't want to advance. We trying to bring technology.
But there was a skill to it.
Yeah, I'm about to say you're making so many lazy people.
Well,
lazy.
But
it's
I mean,
all lazy.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
it's like I don't want to have to get up, move, or do anything. So I want everything to come to me. It's like here's the control to control everything.
Hey, they gonna make that control pretty soon. Apple.
They got that control.
Apple's in that bitch. Illuminati got it already.
It's called iPhone. You can use iPhone to do everything.
Speaking of phones, how about not knowing the phone number that's calling you? It's just
pick
phone rings and you just pick it up and it's like
caller ID messed up everything.
Caller ID.
Caller ID was revolutionary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the bill collectors.
What about rotary phones?
The rotary phones. How about busy signals? You don't hear busy signals. Beep, beep, beep.
I've heard it sometimes.
Sounds like a truck backing up into you. How about celebrities who are famous for actually being talented at something other than 1, being hot or naked, 2, a sex tape, or 3, being obnoxious and rude?
The Kardashians.
I can't think of anybody. Maybe a Denzel Washington.
What?
No, I was talking about who's not like that.
Oh, okay. Denzel's the only one?
I mean, there are a couple of guys like Denzel, but they aren't shown up like the other people are. Like they're not shown off like Rihanna and Nicki Minaj and goddamn Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Who married Jessica Biel, by the way.
hey man, who
The
cares?
other day.
Jessica Biel's
You
not
married
hot. Jessica
Yeah,
Biel's
Friday.
not hot. Justin Timberlake can have any broad.
But she's not ugly. She has an interesting look, to say the least.
She looks like Angelina Jolie who got smacked in the face with a brick.
Oh my.
Oh man. But see them Kardashians, I feel like are the worst in that category because they are making millions of dollars off of us. Even the little sisters, Kylie and well, I don't remember the other one's name. Those are the only two not in man trouble though.
Not yet.
Chloe's getting divorced.
Give them time.
Courtney's baby daddy has just abandoned her.
Yes.
Hey, pretty soon somebody's gonna write out a book.
Kim and Kanye.
About everything.
And Bruce is finally woken up and may hopefully divorce. I hate Kris Jenner. I hate their mom. She gets on my effing nerves. If I was here right now, I'd probably try to punch her.
So this whole Chloe Lamar Odom thing is divorce.
Yeah, they
It's
get
definitely going through. He filed.
I mean, yeah, they said he's meeting with his lawyer now, and he's just going to send her the papers.
Oh, okay.
Because they've been living separately for the past 2 or 3 months.
That's it.
I don't like the bitches. And none of them keep a man. None of that surprises me. I hope Bruce divorces her and marries a real woman. Because she has shitted on him on television. And, yeah. I look
Yeah,
forward
that
to
is what it is.
I look forward to them going broke and getting STDs.
Well, this is. Well, next one is.
This is a side
Next
talk.
one is, and it's not going to get the same response, I'm sure, than the last one, but having your oil checked by an attendant while getting gas.
Well, we don't have those gas station tune-up shops, kind of. You know, those combos. Now it's either a tune-up shop or it's a gas station. You know, the
You
convenience
got,
store type.
yeah, it's separate, and then you gotta have the money to pay for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they gonna charge for everything.
Everything is
Oh, yeah.
separate now.
As soon as you open the hood, it costs about $50, right?
How about this one? Let me throw this one in. Buying a Halloween costume with all of the components.
Everything in it?
Now, I just bought my son an effing Captain America outfit. Do you know I had to buy the shield? And it costed the
Separate
same amount as the costume.
So it's not.
And you don't get, they used to give you like shoe covers. You don't even get those anymore.
Yeah.
It's extremely lazy. Like it's just a straight top and bottom outfit. And everything else you gotta figure out. So you better have some shoes to match with the uniform.
I've never been an advocate of buying things like that. I'm an advocate of going to like a Party City or something and getting the components together.
Party City even sells it separate now.
Yeah.
Everybody's hustling.
And they're more expensive.
And they're more expensive. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the illustrious Hot Chocolate Embry in the background. You know, we keep the ladies around here to keep the shows exciting. So, you know, we keeps it funky, but keep going, Lou.
Okay, I got beepers.
Oh yeah, them died.
I got one in the room. I got my old pager and my old two-way.
And your old two-way.
That two-way?
I never had a beeper.
Hitting me on my two-way. Man, please. I thought I was the man. I had that freshman year in college. I only had like 4 people with numbers who had two-ways, but
Four.
I talked to them 4 people all the time.
All these.
Nobody had two-ways. My boy,
Nobody wanted two-way.
my boy DJ Infamous, Calvin Donald.
I'd rather have you write your
he was
number
at
on my
Alabama State, and I was down here. Shout out to Lansing, Michigan. I was two-waying him regularly. We'd be in class, like, yo, what you doing? Shit in chemistry. What you doing? Shit in English. All right, then.
That sounds terrible.
What, what are you
What
supposed to
you
do?
were gonna say? He was gonna say that sounds gay.
Hey, it's coming from a guy that likes lavender. So.
Should I wear nice shirts? All right, we're gonna get
And I wear nice shirts.
He doesn't deny it.
I don't deny it.
I love it. Truth be told, baby.
Also, the different kind of stores that you used to see. You used to see video stores, like you said, Blockbuster, sports card stores.
Nobody buys sports cards.
Nobody. So
You got Yu-Gi-Oh. You got Yu-Gi-Oh.
the sports card stores.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic cards.
Yeah, the Magic card.
Oh yeah, man. We had a lot of them in New York.
Pokemon.
We used to VHS Beta.
Beta.
What the hell is Beta?
You never seen the Betamax?
Never see the Betamax?
I've never had
That
Beta.
actually Betamax came out first,
Mm-hmm. Then VCR.
and then VHS came out.
VHS was like,
I know VCR, VHS. I know all that.
I remember my dad had to get rid of his Beta. He was sad. He was like, what am I going to do with all these tapes? Because them Beta tapes was huge. The shits was huge. And he had them all stacked up in the corner like, if you can believe this, the VHS was the thinner version.
Right.
It was a smaller version. I know people look at tapes now like, what the fuck is this? compared to not the CD. When the CD came out, it was like,
wow,
it's so thin, I'm gonna break it.
The DVD.
Oh well, that was the first thing when they said CDs were gonna be indestructible. You couldn't get it to get scratched up. People got it scratched up.
Scratched up.
Right.
And then you try to break that first one, like.
On the subject of breaking cassettes. I loved cassettes.
Let my tape rock till my tape pop. Damn.
I used to like. You had to stay away from my cassettes because I didn't want them snapping. No 24-hour cartoon, sports, or news channels. Okay, you had
competition.
In New York, we had 3 networks: ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, and then you had to go to what, UHF, the Spanish channels. You know, Channel 41,
Mundo.
Channel 40, Telemundo, ¿cómo está? Alright, Channel 47, you know, shout out to Telemundo.
Mundo.
But washing dishes by hand.
Hey man, if
I still do that.
Trust me, I had to work and do it, man. I'll tell you this. I will never wash another dish by hand for the rest of my life. There's no reason to.
Sometimes you have to. Like certain pots and pans you can't put in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
They're either too big or there's too much shit in them.
I understand that, you know, washing out pots and pans. I'm not washing a cup that I just filled with a cup with some juice.
Why not?
All right, I'm gonna just rinse it out. Like, I don't know I mean,
You like to have added flavor for the next cup?
well, I mean, I rinse it out because I just use it. It's my
You
cup.
rinse it out with cold or warm water?
Warm water.
No, you don't.
Get out of here, man.
Lying,
Tell me what I do, man.
You rinse that shit out with cold water.
Hey, I might be lazy.
It'd be a ring around the cup
I
and
might be
everything.
lazy. But I'm trying to say
Chocolate flavored strawberry Fanta.
What? That's gross. Have ice cream in your bowl of cereal.
Oh man.
Okay, how about World Series games? Now that, you know, we're about to name the World Series National League representative. World Series games in the daylight, and not in November. Actually, World Series back in the 60s, at least, they used to start right in the first week of October. And the big controversy was that Sandy Koufax, who was a Jewish, and he still is Jewish.
A Jewish? That's not very racist.
I said he was a Jewish man, but he still is Jewish, and he celebrates and I believe, which one is it? Was it, we just passed it? Was it Rosh Hashanah? Something just passed.
I don't know.
The first week of October, you know, you get a big Jewish holiday, and the Dodgers were always in the World Series, and usually the first week of October was the first game. The first game would be in that first week, so he couldn't play, and so it was like whether, you know, the whole controversy was Sandy Koufax, you know, taking his religion in front of baseball. He's like, yeah, it's like, I believe that God should be before baseball.
Yeah, man. Just maybe.
You know, just saying, you know. Anyway, another thing was nuns in habits.
Nuns in habits?
Yes, you know, like,
oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you know,
I didn't know
the flying nun. You know,
I didn't know
you
that's
used
what
to
it
see
was called.
women, you know,
But I'm
nuns
saying that's
walking
only,
around like that.
that's only for the Catholic Church, though. I mean, in the Christian Church.
Well, again, I'm a New Yorker, so you see a lot of Catholic. You know, you see the nuns in the habits. Games kids playing games outside. Tag, roundup, errors, kick the can. What are games that you played when you were a kid?
Tetherball.
Tetherball. Is that anything like dodgeball?
Nah, it's a
tetherball is a ball
tether on
tied
the
to
pole.
a string, and
you hit the ball.
till the wrap. You try to get to wrap around the pole.
Okay.
And the other person on the other side is trying to go the other way.
All right.
So you go back and forth till somebody gets tired, and they start letting it wrap around. Or you overpower somebody little. Dodgeball. Yeah, dodgeball. You line up against the wall. Freeze tag. Hopscotch. These kids don't know. You say it to them now, they look at you like.
It's a whole thing of parents not being able to let their kids go outside. I mean, you know, the fact that you ain't got nobody to watch these kids.
Well, in breaking news, I just heard that it was tried to keep hush-hush, but a lot of the top members of the Boy Scouts of America are being charged with rape and sodomy.
Boy Scouts, something that my kids
I'm
would
like,
never
damn, my
see.
son can't even be a Boy Scout no more?
Nah, man, I don't trust nothing like that. Nothing with a man at the top.
I mean, when the priest came out with the Catholic Church, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't even take him to be on football teams anymore. Jerry Sandusky fucked all that up. Can't even get him to football.
Like anything my son gonna be involved in, I'm gonna be there like the first month.
Hold on. We can't even do basketball. Look at the Syracuse coach. He had that little scandal. All right, where fucking little boys. I mean, we're always gonna have this. That's why a lot of parents are acting the way they are. And then
I'm about to start my own football team, and charter it and shit, and we gonna play high school.
That's another thing that one thing that y'all never saw that our kids will see. Old white men fucking little kids.
No, niggas seen it all day. It just never was public.
Okay.
Y'all got a technology era. Everybody tells everything. Everybody's Skyping and Facebooking and twatting and tweeting.
And twatting?
So Antoinette, are there any games that you played in your neighborhood when you?
Pretty much everything Scott said. We used to play Foursquare.
Foursquare? What is Foursquare?
What?
It's
You have 4 squares, and if you 4 people in the squares and you bounce the ball into the squares, you try to get people out. It was okay.
I mean, it's just games, but yeah.
Right. No, I'm a fan of learning new games.
What was the game you said you threw the ball against the wall or something?
Oh yeah, errors. So it's like you basically had a booth just like this, and that side is open, one side is open, and then people would be lined up against this wall, and they throw it against that wall, and your team had to catch the ball. You threw the ball as hard as you could, or you threw it with a spin or whatever you did, whatever.
That sounds like minor league baseball team work right there.
Yeah, exactly. So it was very physical.
Okay.
We took it seriously.
What about you, Vinny? What games did you grow up playing?
We played BB Gun Wars.
BB Gun Wars. Was this a video game?
No, this was we actually got BB guns and we had a war.
Wow, that sounds painful.
We had. Nowadays, my neighborhood, we were violent little kids, man.
So you did a lot of fighting?
A lot of fighting, a lot of football, a lot of wrestling.
But that's boys though.
Yeah.
Me and my brother used to do karate.
Ooh.
I did karate. I can't sit on my knees. It hurts.
Did taekwondo. We got them 3 free passes for 3 classes, so we all went to the first 3 classes.
Yeah.
And learned as much as we could.
Lord.
And that was the end of that.
And that was the end of that. Well, we'll move on. Baseball games that are completed within 2 hours. And I'm hoping the one tonight is going to be that way. Game 7, San Francisco Giants against the Cardinals tonight. Cigarette commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I used to see cigarette commercials, beer commercials where they actually drank the beer.
Where they actually drink the beer.
In the commercial.
No, that's unhealthy now.
Right. You can only have the beer, but you can't drink it.
How about McDonald's and fast food chains without salads on the menu?
Without salads, without anything. Hell, telling you how many calories, how
count.
many, what kind of fat is in it. Men wearing hats that aren't sports related.
Derbies, Windsors.
Well, I mean, that whole era is gone though. Now it's not
Players ball.
I mean, I think it's a cultural thing. Like, look at the 1800s. You didn't see a lot of guys with hats back then.
And this is coming from retro crotch.
I travel in time. Let's go back to the Egyptian time. Them motherfuckers wasn't wearing no hat.
They had some nice little headpieces with that gold on it, though.
Only the pharaoh, though. One nigga. That's the head male.
Nah, every
alpha
time.
male. Me.
The accountant had a little gold on his beard.
Oh,
Lord. Retro crashing the building.
Women wearing skirts.
We don't want women wearing skirts. I want women wearing leggings and other very tight paraphernalia, whatever, man. I want
beavers. There are no more beavers anymore.
No more beavers.
Yeah.
The hell?
I'm sorry.
Back to nature. Democrats and Republicans working together.
Oh man, you can't even get the Republicans in their own party to like each other.
How about this one? This one's gonna get a response. An NFL that allows hitting.
Roger Goodell.
AKA Pussy Boy.
Ice Cube in a group. Third.
I hate Ice Cube. He needs to cut off that damn afro.
Master P with golds in his mouth.
Something my kids will never see. Little Romeo not on a college.
$30 sneakers.
Yeah, that's gone.
Nah, they're $30 sneakers. They're just not good sneakers.
They'll fall off your feet after.
I mean, they're not gonna fall off your feet. They're just what nobody wants. They're Shaqs and K-Swiss and
I had some Shaq-nosis.
I had a pair of Shaq. They were like Air Force Ones, but they just had Shaq.
Now mine had them where you stare at them, you get dizzy. They had the rings around it. They called them Shaq Gnosis.
Oh Lord!
Wow. Well, these are things that men used to wear that they really don't wear anymore. Cufflinks and trench coats. And I actually saw a man in a trench coat.
If you wear a trench coat, you better go the other way.
Exactly.
Columbine.
So, yeah, it's gotten a bad reputation to wear a trench coat now. No microwaves.
Ponytail.
Having to put it in the oven to heat it up, or you know, putting it on the stove. Afros. Girdles. Nobody wears girdles.
Well, only in football teams now.
How about fast food that's fast? Going to a place and actually getting your fast food quickly. And, you know, getting the right order.
The only place that I know does it very well, every time I've been to a McDonald's, they always get me right. They don't ever
McDonald's? Oh, I done been on some ways in McDonald's. We got a 10-minute wait on nuggets. What?
I mean, I'm just gonna go get nuggets. I make sure I get the stuff that they always gonna have. I want a Coke, give me some fries.
You ain't ever put up at no McDonald's and there's one person working the window and fixing the food?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's another thing. My kids are never gonna see a time. They're probably never gonna see dining, you know, inside of restaurants. I mean, fast food joints. It doesn't happen as much anymore. You know, we used to have a family get together, and our whole family, we go to McDonald's and we hang out and we chill in the McDonald's or something like that.
And you know, real talk, boys used to be okay for boys, the guys to swim naked. Guys like gym class, they would swim naked.
Right, they swim naked, yeah.
Not today.
Not now.
Hold on, what?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Not even no homo. Guys used to
Yeah, it was
swim,
just, you know, it was all guys.
It was all guys. They would get in the pool like swim
cool,
class.
you know.
You swim naked.
And you know, nobody was like peeping or nothing. You know, everybody was just enjoying themselves because you know you didn't have any.
Was this high school or was this like a?
No, this wasn't high school.
Nah, it's
Okay,
you're
I
younger.
understand.
You're younger.
It wasn't high school.
Yeah, like niggas in high school, like what up, man? You know,
It was like maybe 6th grade, 5th, 6th grade. You get that
11,
first swimming
12,
class.
10.
Yeah.
Oh man, because I remember the first time I went into a community pool and I went into the showers. I was not expecting.
Everybody was in
All I
there.
saw was white ass.
Anyway,
Moving forward.
then moving forward, gas less than $1 a gallon. I remember that when I got here to Atlanta because I worked overnight. I used to deliver the newspaper, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and I remember very clearly that we got really upset one month because the gas went up from 77 to 84 cents a gallon.
When I moved to Atlanta in 2001, gas was 89 cents a gallon.
Right.
In 2001, it is 2012.
And it is, how much did you see?
$3.47.
$3.50.
47 is the cheapest I've seen so far.
I remember because I was coming off the highway
We
exit.
had 2 wars.
Yeah, I was coming off the highway exit to go to college, and they were telling us that we possibly could bring our cars our freshman year. And I was like, man, if I get my car down here, and I looked up at this sign, I was like, how much is gas? 89 cents. Oh man, I gotta get my car down here. I swear, as soon as I got my car down here, the gas shot up to like $2 and some change. Fuck yeah. It went up to 2, and then it started fluctuating. Like it would mid 2, go back down to 2, then it shot up to 3. Then we had that gas strike, and that shit went up to $5. So then $3.50 looks good.
Right.
That was all set up.
Yeah.
It's like, let's make it really bad on them. Fuck y'all, I ran out of gas twice on that shit.
Hey man, I wasn't in need of a car at that point in my life.
Well, I'm going to keep on moving now. I got platform shoes. This is something I doubt that you guys
Oh
have
yeah.
to deal with.
In them big tall shoes.
Yeah, with the big heels, with the
man.
fish in the heels.
The fish, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, man. I don't think I could even climb into one of those now.
Bell bottoms.
Yeah, bell bottoms, polyester. Lots of polyester.
Hot.
Go dancing out of that. I know he had one of those.
Hell
nights where
no.
like that shit was hanging over him.
Probably. Don't go out in corduroy either.
Corduroy.
Oh, corduroy, man. That's heavy stuff, man. When it gets wet. Yeah, people used to wear corduroy with suede boots.
Woo!
Yeah.
Feet smell like
Smell
trash.
You pull them things off after playing a gig, man.
No foreplay.
Maps. Nobody uses maps anymore. GPS.
Google Maps.
Oh my God.
Oh no, paper, real map, man.
Nobody does that. Why? All I gotta do is put in the address and it pulls it up for me. Y'all just want to live in
lazy.
Y'all want to live in the Stone Age.
You see?
All right. Okay. So if that's the case,
Do you take out the trash at least?
Let's stop
Do you
using
fucking
phones.
take out
He
the
wants a
trash?
disintegration
Or do you just
gun that'll just like
Yes, I do. That's
He
what
wants
I
a
do.
pill that he can just set in the trash can and everything just evaporates.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Y'all is just some
This guy.
If y'all could have it, y'all still have an oven where you'd have to start your own fire with 2 sticks and hunt for your own meals. That's what y'all's trying to do.
Make a man out of you.
You're talking to a fisherman.
Right.
He likes to
I
go
love
out.
hunting and
You're talking
fishing.
to the wrong person.
I'm
again.
from Michigan.
He's nature, man.
I don't-
He is straight
I'm
nature.
looking.
Guess what? When Armageddon comes, I'm gonna be good.
I'm gonna be good.
Because I'm gonna be eating all kind of venison
I'm gonna be
and
with him.
deer meat. You ever ran down a cow?
I've never ran down a cow.
Man,
Give me a gun and I bet you I'll do something.
See, it comes violence. It's always violence.
give me a gun.
Give me
What
a
you
gun.
mean? That's not violence. That's killing a freaking animal to
Do
eat.
you know how to make a knife out of a chiseled rock?
If you chisel it enough, it's probably gonna get sharp. Yeah. Hit it on the side.
I would love to just be behind a glass and just watch Vinny like through a survival. Just give him a week.
I haven't been in that situation.
I would just
I'll
love
be
to
alright.
put him in a controlled environment,
Right,
you know, and just sit behind the glass. Like,
You're a freaking monster.
have like a pile of dry leaves and twigs and just see what he does.
Right.
I'm so cold, Pop.
Yeah, what was I do? Sorry. Back to sports. Basketball players taking and making free throws.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
How about
Shorts above the knee.
Oh yeah, shorts.
It's gay.
Oh, with the high socks all the way up
The
to
long socks.
all the long socks. Okay, how about uprights at the front of the end zone? Okay, you had guys used to bang into the,
That
Yeah.
was dangerous, man.
having no alternate jerseys, just one jersey.
Just one jersey the
One
whole
jersey.
year.
One cap, one jersey.
Y'all are trying to simplify
One
and
uniform.
or reverse
I'm saying
time.
things that our kids will never see. My kids will never see no alternate
But
jersey. There's too much
some of
money
these things
involved.
are a good thing. I never want my kids. All right.
How about a steel vehicle? How about that? A
Oh
real
yeah,
car.
a real car.
Oh yeah, and when you get hit, you blow up and burst in the
When you get hit, you blow up.
you know what I mean? They have no type of
Man,
safety.
you could drive them cars through a wall and they keep on going.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they were really sturdy. Parents who support their kids' teachers.
PTA meeting.
Preach. But that's a nice little list, man.
Yeah, man. That is an excellent list. And hit us up. Let us know on the show. Leave your comments of things that you might have experienced that your children won't. Because the list goes on and on.
Oh, yeah, it definitely
We just glazed over. We had 63 minutes, so we try to keep it in a decent time frame. We're going to hit a few current events before we end the show. In the FAMU hazing death, the first band member of 12 has been sentenced for 200 hours of probation. 2 years of probation and 200 hours of community service. And I guess out of all of the group, this guy had the least participation. And as you know, Robert Champion was killed on the back of their bus. And they were on the way to an event and he was beaten, a hazing ritual, and he died. So, of course, and FAMU is one of the top black bands in the country, the Marching 100. And now they'll be suspended. Now they're going to be on probation. As a matter of fact, my school, Clark Atlanta, just got their band back this year. They just got off probation for a similar situation. The person didn't die, but they weren't far away. That band hazing is a serious problem, man. The thing is serious. And seemed like back in the day, hazing was normal, but you knew it wasn't going to go so far.
Right. Like, why do you think it's becoming so violent now?
Because the people now that are doing it are dummies. And they're not really qualified for the job. The people who usually used to haze you were people you looked up to.
Right.
People who had some morals about them, who
Well, there was
were
a reason-
doing it for a specific purpose.
There was a reason to do it. There was a reason to do it back then, and now it's like it doesn't look like there is a reason. It's
No.
because these guys are nerds, or maybe they're not cool enough, and they just want to get. It's a whole bullying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bullying all all over. But
that's sad. I never thought I'd see a no bullying campaign like global. You know, bullying was a part of growing up, but it happened on a very, very slim margin.
Now when you have people starting to kill themselves.
Yeah, people, it went to the next level. It went to the next level. We are a broken and emotional community now. People are softer. You know what I mean? They're more fragile emotionally. People don't have the emotional support in their families because, as Lou alluded to earlier, there is no family time. Everybody's working, trying to keep the lights on, man. So there's no that time of building up that confidence that daughter got from dad, and you know that swagger that.
Yeah, that confidence builds up with
Yeah, that comes with time. You have to spend time around each other, get to know each other.
Yeah.
If I'm always walking out on you, you don't know much about me.
You don't know much about me.
Yeah.
And if I got to work 2 jobs, we don't get to spend the quality time to even have these conversations. So it's real life out here, man. Guys, any other current events, anything you guys want to talk about before we get up out of here?
I have a macabre Halloween story.
Okay.
A 9-year-old girl was shot outside a Halloween party this past Saturday in New Sewickley Township, that's in Pennsylvania, by a male relative who mistook her for a skunk.
Had her in a skunk costume. I heard about that. And it was her uncle, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was her uncle. She was spotted on a hillside around 8:30 p.m. wearing a black costume, black hat with a white tassel. And the police chief, Ronald Linedecker, said that the relative, whose weapon of choice is a shotgun, wasn't under the influence of alcohol and the police chief was unsure if this man would be charged. So the Beaver County District Attorney's Office will review the case. Now, she was alert and talking while being airlifted to a hospital in Pittsburgh, so God bless her. I hope that she gets better. I don't know what to say. I was speechless.
That's one of those weird stories, you know what I mean? Like,
You have a shotgun and you can't see. Because
and you shoot your knee.
you
can't
shoot a
tell the
skunk.
difference.
First of all, why are you trying to shoot a skunk with a shotgun? Are you just trying to see his brain explode on impact?
And she had on a hat with a tassel. You didn't see that?
You didn't see the.
You didn't see that was
You
a
didn't
girl.
see the eye.
Not a skunk.
And that I don't know. I mean, I don't know how little the girl was, but that would seem like a pretty big skunk.
9-year-old.
Skunk.
That'd be a pretty big skunk, man. I mean, where's he from again?
This is New Sewickley Township in Pennsylvania.
Weekly Township. Say that 3 times fast.
Maybe they got big skunks out there.
They got big ass skunks, but it's in Beaver County.
Sounds like an Andy Griffith episode.
Right.
So stay away from those skunks in Beaver County.
Well, shout out to the little girl. We hope her speedy recovery.
Yes.
And I don't even know what to say about you. You need to definitely get that gun permit revoked.
What's Thanksgiving gonna be like in that family?
Extremely silent and a lot of wide eyes.
Well, we getting close to the end of the show. You know, I have a little, shout out I want to give to, man. I had a classroom, a school friend. You know, he got shot this past week. Man, my friend Rashad Jones. Shout out to Rashad Jones. You know, blessings to his family and all that. He got shot in a park. You know, not too far from this area by Oakland Road. You know, I don't know what happened. You know, people probably messing with the wrong people. You know, so God bless his family and all them. Rest in peace. You know, but I just want to give a quick shout out to that because I want people in the neighborhood to know, man. Realize what you're doing, man. You know, realize the people who you messing with. You know,
man.
You don't need no more brothers dying. You know, on the streets.
He can't come back.
I mean, yeah, they found him on the tennis court, dead. You know what I mean?
Found him on the tennis court.
On the tennis
dead.
court, dead. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. So, shout out to that man. You know, blessings for his family, his brother. You know, everybody who knows him. Rashad Jones went to Berkmar High School. You know, shout out to him. Rest in peace, my brother.
Damn. And on that, there is nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go.
I'm Scott Baker. Truth Be Told Pod. Come back and holler at us.
We'll be here. We'll be here next week. Delu signing off.
Vinny, aka V Kid That Dude, signing off.
Damn.